Hey, Hope. I like this conversation. I hope you don't mind me butting in and intruding. I grew up in New York as well as Los Angeles. I went to high school in LA, and I worked in a health club in Century City. I went to University High School in Los Angeles. And in this health club, we had a lot of movie stars, and I got to meet a lot of them. Billy D. Williams worked out there, and Mr. Roper from Three's Company. I remember he was always in the sauna. Anyway, my entire social life was evolved around this health club. It was everything. I worked there even. It was my job to pass out flyers, and Ronald Reagan was actually staying at an office on top of the Die Hard building. That's actually Fox Towers near Rancho Park in Century City. And I once got arrested trying to deliver flyers to Ronald Reagan. But that's another story. One of the frequent members to the club was Rodney Dangerfield. And Rodney Dangerfield had lost a lot of money on his nightclub, and he was down and out. One of the reasons he did so many bad movies in the early 90s, things that weren't of his caliber, was because he was broke. That's why he did Ladybug. And so he's basically, Rodney Dangerfield was homeless, believe it or not, in the early 90s. And he lost a lot of money on his nightclub. It was called, I forget what it was called. It was called, like, Rascals, I think? No, I can't remember. Anyway, he was always drunk. And I think he had some really bad health problems. So my friends were kind of, actually they're not my friends anymore because they were really mean, but they were real mean-spirited guys. And one of my friends, his name was Sebastian, and we called him Spaz. He came up to me one night and he said, "Hey Noah," I just saw something frightening. I said, "Yeah?" He goes, "I saw Rodney Dangerfield naked in the steam room." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, he uses the steam room." He's like, no, you don't understand. I saw his, I'm like, what? Rodney Dangerfield, you saw him naked, big deal. He's like, no, you don't understand. I saw his, you don't understand. Now, I can't really show you or on Seismic because we're not allowed to talk about certain things. So I'll just show you the area that he kind of saw in Rodney Dangerfield. And I'm like, okay, so big deal. You saw a famous person's, he said, no. It's like, they were monstrous. I'm like, yeah, he's got big balls. Good joke, So I'm like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, no, they were huge, like grapefruit, big, huge. I'm like, what? It's like, just go and see. I'm like, I'm not going to go in and stare at Rodney Dangerfield's testicles. Are you out of your mind? Oops, I said it. So I walked into the steam room. Obviously, curiosity got the best of me. Don't ask me why. I mean, for one thing, I didn't want like Rodney Dangerfield to think I was like a pervert or anything. I mean, well, anyway, so I go in and there's steam all over the place, and I see Rodney Dangerfield, and he's spitting on the floor and flatulating, and I'm like looking, and it's the most disgusting smell you could possibly imagine. And so I'm sort of looking at the ground because I'm ashamed that I'm bothering to look at a famous person in the nude. And I look up, and sure enough, I see his scrotum. And I kid you not, those were the biggest balls I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, they were huge. I'm not making this up. It was like he was diseased, like he had elephantitis of the balls. I know, it's absolutely insane, but I'm not making this up. I really think he was like sick or something. because, like, there was something really the matter with him. So slowly my eyes lift from his groin to his face, and I can tell he's really, really pissed. And I run out. And that's my story. I saw Rodney Dangerfield naked. It's a true story.